Okay, so I don't even have the intro song. Let me put that first. Intro. Well, you know what? The intro song. I never have that right when doing the live thing. So maybe I'll just cut that. Let me see. And
Just edit it in at the beginning. Are we live now?
we are
Okay, cool.
screen capture. There we go. Screen capture. And yeah, so we just recorded 3 episodes for 3 weeks, and we talk about Dracula, the BBC um, documentary, not documentary, TV show
Adaptation.
adaptation.
Yeah, yeah.
We also talk about pasta alfredo. I cook pasta alfredo, and we show you how to do that. And the last one, I did a challenge from a YouTuber called his name is Badlands Chugs, and I tried to drink two of these. I sort of failed, but Gary doesn't seem to think so. So you'll see that. I think right now my electrolytes are going to be flushed, and I hopefully I don't meet my demise. But Gary, you were drinking a beer, and you said something interesting about using a straw to chug. And that hobgoblin, when you were drinking it and you had it up in the air, I saw it was 4.3%.
Yes.
And I was in Whole Foods recently, and there's a beer called Raging Female Dog.
Okay.
Bitch, raging
Yeah,
bitch,
yeah,
and
yeah.
and and it's got I think 8.7 or 9.7, and then there's
Wow.
another one that has 12 or
hmm
13, and then there's another one. It's for the same company. It's another like upgrade to 23%,
hmm
and I'm saying to myself, at that point, it's like an alcohol. It's like a liquor, right?
I think you can take it too far. I mean, this one that I drank earlier, recording one of the shows, you could probably see on camera it is
A little more
5.9%.
to your left. There you go. Yeah, five point
Yeah,
nine.
so it's 5.9%. This is Desperado's tequila beer. So it's beer with like a hint of tequila, the taste of
Ah.
it. So it's quite strong. It's lovely tasting. It tastes really, really nice, but it's very strong.
Now mixing
Hobgoblin's that.
those, mixing that, does that get you feeling sick or?
That's 4.5. Mixing what's of the beers? No, not at all, really. If I mixed that and wine or something, or yeah, probably. But I think beers are okay.
Oh.
Um, but yeah, you were saying about the strong beers. Over here, we have a like they used to be a microbrewery, but they grew really large.
Hmm.
So they still kind of play that they're a microbrewery, but they're probably multimillionaires. It's called Brewdog. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Sounds familiar.
Um, yeah, Brewdog. They do like really strangely named beers. Like they've got Elvis Juice and Punk IPA,
Hmm.
and these weird and wonderful names. And in Manchester, they've got a bar. Like they own their own bar where they serve just purely BrewDog drinks on tap. But you can also go in there and they have like a large fridge and you can buy bottles and cans to go as well if you really want to.
Hmm.
And it just reminded me then when you were saying about the really strong, whatever it was called, something bitch,
Raging bitch.
raging bitch
And the other
beer.
ones are something different. And the other two are, but the
Yeah,
same company.
but they do a standard. You can buy. There's one I saw which I almost bought, but it's the higher the percentage, they tend to be quite expensive.
Yeah.
So it was. I think it was a 15%. I could be wrong. I think it was a 15% lager. So it's almost like a short. It's that strong. It was called something like Nuclear Turbo Samurai Squid. It was
Hmm.
called.
Oh my
it
god.
was a it was a little like bottle. Probably smaller than this one. This one's a 50 ml bottle. So I couldn't tell you what that is. What, half a liter bottle. Um, it was more like a 330 ml. This one, it was just like a tiny bottle, and it was £12.
Wow.
But I know BrewDog had also done one called Sink the Bismarck, which was I think that was a 30% lager. So you just drink it in shots. You have to. But I don't see the appeal of that personally. I
Yeah, because at that point
It's
it's like full fledged alcohol almost, like an alcoholic beverage.
well, yeah, and I can't see it tasting very nice. I think what I kind of like about beers are that it's quite refreshing. They're crisp and cold, and you enjoy the feeling of the bubbles in your mouth. And then there's that aftertaste. You know, some of them have a nicer taste than others. But if you're just going to be, you're cracking open a bottle and drinking small, you know, shots of it, you kind of lose two out of the three things
Yeah,
that make
yeah,
beer good. You know, and also once you've opened it, you got to drink it then, surely, because you've opened it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's not like a bottle of Jack Daniels or something where you got the little cork lid and you can sort of put the cork back in. It's a carbonated drink, so even if you put the lid back in, it's still going to lose its fizz.
yeah.
So, so
I've never liked the flavor of beer. Yeah,
mm,
some of them I do. Like now, in my older age, I guess you could say I've developed a sort of liking for it. But
mhm,
I still say like everything you said there, you can get from like a sparkling beverage, like maybe a seltzer or a soda. Like it's refreshing. You got the
mm,
bubbles. It's got a crisp taste, flavors.
mhm.
What is it with beer? What can you like zero in on? Is it like the hops or is it like the barley?
Yeah, I don't like beers too hoppy. When I was a kid, and I first had a sip, my dad was like, "Have a sip of this beer," like when you're younger, and I was like, it tastes awful. I think it's an acquired taste that you kind of get as you get older. Um, I think there's kind of a rich maltiness to beers that I kind of like. The types of beer that I enjoy, um, they are a little bit hoppy, but I think it's a maltiness of them that I kind of like. Um, I also like that you describe sort of drinking a soda or whatever. It's like drinking a soda, but there's also that naughtiness to it. You have a beer, you can kind of feel the effect of it a little bit.
Yeah,
Um, Trying not to sound like an alcoholic here, but yeah, it's like if you're a coffee drinker. We've said this before when we were
yeah.
talking.
Oh,
It's like having a zero caffeine coffee. And it's like you drinking. It's like there's something not right about it.
yeah,
There's something that you can't quite put your finger on it. It's not quite the taste. It's not the consistency. Sure, it looks and smells like coffee, but you're drinking it. You're not having the same effects.
the
Your
addiction.
body's not. Your body's not. Yeah, yeah. Well, exactly. Your body's not reacting the same way.
Yeah.
Um,
So you drink more malty beers, like you don't drink like a Corona type.
oh no, I drink all sorts and I enjoy them all. I was drinking Corona the other day. For me, a Corona is it's a same with Sol is a or a Modelo. It's a summer beer for me.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that.
Whereas Guinness is more like something you'd have in the winter,
Yeah, Guinness
or
is thicker. It's more like a malt.
it's
But the
thicker.
Guinness is more
Yeah,
malty. It's more.
yeah. But if I had to put a pin in my favourite kind of beers, I'd say Stella Artois. I really enjoy that. I kind of like Cobra, which is an Indian Gold Award winning beer, which is it's very popular over here with takeout. If you had an Indian takeaway or something like that, it's made for food.
Yeah,
You also get things like oh gosh, Carlsberg, which is a Danish beer. I went to the Carlsberg Brewery over in Copenhagen once. And that was a lot of fun. That's a really nice beer as well. And there's one called Prava as well. Prava was made by the guys who make Stara Pramen, and it's from Prague, Czech Republic, and that's a really nice beer. Some beers have got like a complicated flavour to them.
yeah.
Others like there's one called Carling over here and Tennant's. They're like your 3.94% beers, and they taste like cat pee.
Yeah. Ooh.
They're just so weak. You're drinking them. It is like drinking pop. And there's no flavour to them. They're just designed to be cheap beer. For guys on a night out who want to get drunk.
So
But
basically, like in the hood, in New York, Old English, or
yeah,
you ever heard of that? Old English.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a very cheap beer. It's I think there's another one, but I forgot the name.
Carlin is like I mean, it's like meat and veg. Every place sells Carlin, and it's such a wheat beer. And what's kind of funny is when I went over to South Korea, they have a beer over there called Haiti. I think it's called Heite.
Mm.
and it tastes almost exactly the same as Carlin. And before we went over to Korea, there's a Korean supermarket just around the corner from where I work. So I went there and I bought a bottle of this high tea and sort of drank it. And my mates tried it as well, who were going, and they were like, "That's pretty horrible." It's just like Carlin. I was like, "Well, yeah." But what they do over in Korea is that the beers over there are standard. All of them almost are very, very weak. But they have it's like a sweet potato rice wine, which comes in bottles about kind of that big, like a 330 ml size bottle.
Yeah.
But it's a spirit. And now, what's it called now? Soju. It's called soju. And there's different flavors and different strengths of soju. But what they do is they treat it uh, like a condensed cordial or something. You like when you buy orange juice and you add water to it. Do you
Oh.
know what I mean? So they'll get a beer glass. They'll put a shot of soju in it, and
Oh.
they'll top it with high tea or whatever the cheap beer is, and it adds strength and complicates the flavor. So it's like you get that complication of taste
Yeah.
because whatever high tea you use, whatever soju you're going to use, you're going to get different flavors,
So it's
and
like build
then
your own beer, sort of.
yeah, exactly. So that's what they do over in Korea. Um, so we don't kind of do that over here. We kind of rely on our craft beers and our European Belgian beers. The Trappist monks beers you get from Belgium, things like that.
Yeah.
Your Stellas as well, But um, yeah, beer's fantastic, man. I absolutely love it. I also for Christmas got a bottle of bourbon. By the guys that make Buffalo Trace. Do you get Buffalo Trace over there?
Never heard of that
Um,
one.
yes, I think it's made in Kentucky. It's quite a you get it in the supermarkets over here. It's like a $30 or $40 bottle of bourbon,
Hmm.
but this Eagle Rare is like the aged 10-year sort of deluxe single barrel version,
Yeah.
which retails probably about $50-$60. Um, so I got one of them for Christmas, and it's like you pour a JD, a Jack Daniels in a cup, and you drink it neat with a couple of blocks of ice. It's okay, but it kind of burns a little bit at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
This stuff, it's really really. I never used to be able to get what my dad meant when he said, "Oh, that's smooth." I used to drink a whiskey. Oh, that's smooth because it always tasted rough to me as like a teenager or in my early 20s. But now I can kind of appreciate it, and I poured myself a couple of fingers of Eagle Rare and a bit of ice, drank it, and there's no afterburn at all. It's very,
I
you know,
was looking for a smooth sort of whiskey or bourbon or something. I bought myself a bottle of Jack Daniels, and I didn't particularly like the flavor.
yeah.
Do you know what is like something you can sip? I don't know if it's whiskey or if it's bourbon or if it's brandy even, but just something I can sip on
Mm.
just to relax. Nothing
Yeah.
crazy.
Japanese Jack Daniels over here is like kind of notorious in terms of it's a mixing drink over here. I don't know if the view might be different in southern states. They might see it as like this is Mecca. This is the gold. Oh, Jack Daniels, you got to respect it and all this. Over here, it is purely a mixer.
Mm.
You never have it outside of Coca Cola or something like that. It's too harsh.
Yeah, it is
Um,
harsh. I tried to drink it
but
straight up, but it's just
no,
not.
you can't do it. You really can't. Um, Japanese whiskies are really really good.
Mm.
They've overtaken the Scots, the Scottish people, in terms of award winning and things like that, and complex flavors. And they've been making whiskies almost as long as Scotland has.
Hmm.
You know, um, so go out there and get a Yamazaki. Yamazaki whiskey. It depends how much money you got in your wallet, man. But something like a Yamazaki probably set you back about $70 or something like that.
Well, that's a big
But
bottle, right? Maybe I can find a smaller one. Like,
yeah. It'd be a bottle about I don't know how big these bottles are. Uh, but I could buy a bottle like that Eagle Rare bourbon that'll last me months.
hmm,
I'll just have a shot every now and then. I'm celebrating, or just on a Saturday night, when I feel like it, or I won't be drinking it every day.
yeah.
It's just a
Oh,
treat, and a good thing about whiskey, you can just keep it. I've got a bottle of Jack Daniels. Is it White Rabbit Saloon, limited edition? sat there, in the dark under one of my cupboards. Got it for Christmas 2 years ago. I just keep it there, man. I'm just saving it because you can do that with whiskey. You can just sort of leave it to age, and it's
Yeah.
only going to get better. So
How about here's a question. While we're on this subject, De Serono, right?
oh yeah. Hmm.
How long does that last? Because that's like got sugar in it. No, it's got like almond liqueur in it. Like
I,
I've
I
had
might,
one for years and it's opened.
yeah.
It didn't really taste. But my sister tried it this past holiday and she said still tasted good. But I don't know. Like how long does that
Mm.
last?
You know what, man? Yeah, it can last for ages. I mean, I'd probably Google it just to make sure, but this is no lie. There's a bottle of it's a banana liqueur called Pisangambon,
Mm.
Pisangambon. And when I was 18 years old, my friend, who turned out to be the best man, he bought me a bottle of this stuff for my 18th birthday. And we went camping, uh, got drunk, like you do sometimes when you're kids. Had a few beers, had a barbecue out by a quarry, and I kept the bottle. And I had it in my old house when I moved in with my girlfriend, now my wife. I had it in that house. I had it in this house when I moved in here.
Mm.
There's about a quarter of the bottle left because I never touched it. It's just there. Um, and then a couple of years ago, there was an occasion. I can't remember what it was. It was a birthday or a wedding or oh no, that was it. One of our friends returned from America. He'd been living in America for a few years, and we got it out and we had a shot of it each. And this is something that was probably at the time
Yeah.
about 15 years old. Do you
Oh my
know what
god.
I mean? And it had been opened and it tasted fine. There's
Hmm.
nothing wrong with it. And I still have it. I've still got it.
So probably preserves. Probably just preserved.
Yeah, I imagine so. Because when you took the lid off, it was sort of sugary. The lid, you could do it
Yeah. Yeah.
where you took it off.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh. So
yeah.
that's there you go. It's like a banana schnapps almost, right?
Yeah, it's bright green.
Hmm.
Absolutely bright green.
That might be like radioactive.
It might be. Hey, hang on. Just
Then
hang
again,
on a
bananas
second.
are radioactive.
Just hang on 1 second.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I can't hear you, so.
Yeah, I'm very hydrated right now. I had two of these. Um, Unbelievable.
Ooh, here I am. Hello.
Hello.
So, here we go.
Oh, geez, that's not a quarter of a bottle, Gary. That's a little more than half.
No, but this one is basically I got bought when I got married this last year
Yeah,
in October. My best man, the guy who bought me the original one, bought me a new bottle.
yeah.
So this is that bottle, the new one, topped up with the old one.
Oh, okay.
So
Uh-oh.
can you hear it?
Oh.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, that's the same sound.
You can hear it as you open it,
That's the
and
same sound that the Serrano makes, like the sugar.
it smells like it's a really strong banana smell. You have it with fresh orange juice.
Oh,
And it tastes really, really nice with fresh orange juice. Here's to you, buddy.
oh, geez, Gary. What if somebody else wants to drink that?
Beautiful. No,
Wow,
it tastes nice.
wow. Jeez, Gary, don't go drinking the whole thing.
But you can see around the. I don't know if you see around the like the sugar around
Yeah,
the.
yeah,
You can,
yeah. You
nice.
know, it's those sugary ones are dangerous because, Lily, see,
Gary Chugs.
Gary Jones. Oh my god.
No, this one is. Oh gosh, this one's 17%
Oh wow.
by volume, so it is a mixer,
Yeah, definitely a mixer. Yeah.
So just put that there. So yeah, we joke about it because the night we first had that when I was 18, when we were camping, we got really drunk.
Yeah.
And we ended up walking into a nearby village to go get some more beers. And you know, like when you're drunk and there's no logic to your thinking, we
Yeah.
kind of set off walking. It was 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and nothing would have been open. So we ended up running some guys and we said something to them and one of my friends got punched. So
Oh no. Jeez.
yeah, it was one of them. But yeah, that was the drink. We kind of joked about it since, which is why I got it me last year as well. I've also got a bottle of mezcal there with the worms still in it as well. That I got from Riviera Maya when I went to Mexico.
There was a horror show. Wow, I don't know where I see it. There's a horror movie with where the guy drinks the worm, but it was alive.
Oh, that was in that's Poltergeist too.
Yeah. That's right. That's
When
right.
yeah, and it comes out of him, and
Yeah.
yeah, he drinks it and turns bad, doesn't it? Because he's had it. Yeah. So yeah, I've got some mezcal there as well, and that's another one that I'm not drinking, and just because Mexico was one of the best times of my life. I loved that week over in Mexico.
Mm.
Every day, it was fantastic. It's such a beautiful place.
Yeah. I love the
Um,
food. Madon.
oh yeah, the food is just amazing. Um, the hotel we stayed at was huge. I mean, even by hotel standards,
Yeah.
and it was right in the middle of the jungle. And you know, to get to the food courts, you actually walked through the jungle. It was like a path, and there's like capybara walking through there. There was big mammal things with massive ears, and there's parrots and
Mm.
big spiders. You know, you just kind of walking through, you know, and there's like wildlife just all around you. You know, there's probably jaguars out there and stuff like that. You know,
Oh, jeez.
um,
Where was
but
this in
yeah,
what city?
it's Riviera Maya. Oh, I couldn't tell you where it is. Talaum is it? I don't know. It
No.
was Xcaret anyway. The
Yeah.
hotel. It's linked to a resort. There's like a zoo and a dolphinium and all that attached to the hotel.
Mm.
It's a bit like a hotel, you know, on Disney World or something. You know, there's like a hotel right next to it, but it's linked to a big resort.
Jurassic
Um,
Park.
yeah, no, that was a brilliant time. But it's funny, you know, you remember the beers. I kind of remember the alcohols and stuff from places I've been to.
Yeah.
And beers, although they sort of foggy memories, sometimes having a drink and having a beer, you kind of remember those
Yeah,
things.
that's sometimes too relating that the experience you
Mm,
had to the good time you had.
yeah. I remember I went to Riviera Maya. My daughter was getting one of those henna tattoos done. You know, the henna tattoos
Oh yeah.
on the beach. And I had to go pick up some photographs from the dolphinium because we'd been swimming with dolphins. We had some photographs that had been taken, and you had to wait to collect them. So I was walking to get them, and on the way there was just like this little newsagent shop, you know, that sold newspapers. And I kind of popped in, you know, this little hut, and they had a fridge just full of like unusual Mexican beers, you know, beers I've never seen before, you know, and stuff. It's like that's another thing that's really cool about going places like that, you know, seeing new things.
Yeah.
Um, and over here, you can't just walk into a newsagent's and grab a beer and walk down the road drinking it. You know, you're not allowed to drink on the streets here. But there, I just sort of picked up a can of something, Sol Black or something it was called. So it was like a version of Sol that I'd never tried before.
Hmm.
And I just kind of walked down, you know, drinking, got a newspaper, you know, an English language newspaper, and there, you know, having a beer, just walking to collect these photographs. And the sun was beaming down, you know, it was about 11 o'clock in the morning. It was just beautiful. You just kind of remember things like that, you know.
Yeah. It leaves a memory.
Yeah.
But I need some coffee.
I need to go. Yeah, man, I've got kids to put to bed.
Oh, that's right. Wait,
Mm.
5 hours ahead. So what are you, six
Yeah,
twenty-five?
yeah. I can hear them running around upstairs. So they'll be going to bed in. Well, the youngest will be going to bed in half an hour.
Go drink beer and listen. Keep an eye out for our shows. New year, new shows,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah,
Take care, guys.
take care. Wait, let me stop this. Oh, you know what? Oh, jeez. Wait, ending. There we go. There we go.
Yeah,
Look at that. All right.
nice.
Cut us off. Oh wait, I cut the ending song off.